This, yes, this definitely has sort of rolling evolution as far as there is flavor in the mid palate that changes, and the acidity does sort of flatten, then sit just nicely on the palate. It's really,
yeah. I'm getting green apple right out of the gate.
This is really good wine. Like,
and the minerality plays on the mid palate. I'm getting full on Asian pear late.
You're using that.
Dude, it's perfect. They've had Asian pears at work lately.
It's true. It's true.
Plucking them out of the box.
They're awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just like this crisp, clean fruit with just a little bit of fruit flavor.
Man, this is tough.
And this delivers. The acidity lingers. It's making my mouth water now. I mean, we're talking like, what, 8-10 seconds after I've swallowed it. There's an excellent evolution on this. I'm really impressed. Again, this was good right when we opened it. It's even better now.
This is opened. This is fully blossomed since we've had a couple glasses of this at this point, obviously. And yeah, the change in this wine has been remarkable. It's part of the reason for filming this show. So
the acidity's strong now.
90, 91 points. I mean, it's high. Like this is a fantastic bottle of wine.
Yeah, the acidity's strong now, and we're both suckers for that. I am going to go 91 without hesitation. At sub 20,
91 points.
Yeah, at sub 20, this is ridiculous.
$18 a bottle.
If you can get Evesham Wood, Le Puits Sec anywhere in your local markets,
check it out.
Totally check it out. If you like good acidity, if you like complex fruit, if you like evolving flavors,
decant it.
As we both do, totally. And don't pop and pour.
Yeah, not
pop
on this wine.
Let it warm up for a bit. Maybe have one glass, but let it warm up. Get to know it. It's worth it.
Yeah, I completely agree. That was no.
Oh,
Whoa,
sucker!
Whoa.
What are you?
Give me some time here.
You're like a child.
You're such a hater. That's a massive pour. I'm gonna be drunk.
This is the rinse, and you don't even have to go anywhere. I'm gonna be walking somewhere to dinner. That's how this.
Tammy's not gonna be happy. Oh, she.
Wow.
I'm not there yet.
I want to take a moment here. I want to take a moment here to say thanks to Mark and Lisa Bates, who did that corkscrew episode. We had a really good time, and they said they'd share it with a few friends. You darn near doubled our viewership, and I enormously appreciate that. All of you came on because you heard of it through Mark and Lisa. Thanks for watching our show. We really appreciate your interest, and we hope you're getting, enough fun out of it to make it worth your while. We hope you're really enjoying the content that we provide.
I really appreciate it. So,
yeah.
And all the people that are making comments on YouTube and on Facebook, thank you.
Yeah.
That's another thing. We really appreciate that. It's just kind of fun to do this, and
yeah,
we're exploring new wines. You're hopefully exploring new wines, and that's the whole point of this entire thing, I think. So
having a good time. Yep. This is the Westrey 2008 Willamette Valley Reserve Chardonnay. This is a barrel select, and we've had a number of wines from Westrey on the show previously. We had one Pinot Noir. We had one Pinot Noir on the show previously, and I'm excited to try this out. Especially reserve level Chardonnay. They have Chardonnays below this,
yep.
And so this being barrels that are selected and blended together to make this bottle.
This is the most expensive wine of the entire showing. So we're talking 17, 18, and 22.
Oh, still entirely reasonable.
It's Oregon Chardonnay. It's horrible, right? It doesn't have the street cred that California and Burgundy have.
Thankfully, right?
Yeah. Thankfully.
There's a lot more rich right on the nose. I'm getting like super ripe apple.
And this is tending more towards the California style. Like we do have the heavy oak influence here going on. Initially, when we filmed the first episode, I felt more strongly about the oak here than I did here. This has integrated more over time.
Enormously.
Enormously, yeah, it's so good. This one is definitely heavy-handed still with its oak. The oak is, the sort of buttery oak thing is going on pretty strongly still.
Yeah, butterscotch and super ripe apples.
Yeah, butterscotch candies, big time.
On the start, it's even kind of light. Like you're getting some clean apple flavors right out of the gate, and then the oak and butterscotch really comes in on the mid palate, and lingers for a long time.
But the feel in the mouth is really nice. That's the kind of thing I kind of like about this. I'm totally a little J. Miller when it comes to like very full wines, like full-bodied, right in your face. There's a time.
That's
and
on
place.
the internet forever, by the way.
Yeah, no, totally. There's a time and place for those wines. I think that there's times where people want thinking wines or wines that go very nicely with like food, like which I think with the Hawksview, Evesham wood, I think I'd like just to chill out with and sort of, you know, let me pick your mind. Whereas the Westrey, it's like, let's just get naked and do whatever we're gonna do. And so that's
Thanks for censoring yourself. I appreciate that as the editor. That's a nice.
Sorry. But I mean, but this is sort of that sort of wine, right? It's full on. It's got everything.
Would you say decadent? Would you say decadent?
There's California wines that are way more decadent.
All right.
So
we've got the Rombauer glasses today, which is kind of bizarre for drinking Oregon Chardonnay with, but he thought it was funny.
This is tending more towards that style. I mean, honestly.
I 100% agree, and I guess that makes for a really interesting point. If you're really into California Chardonnay, and if you want something that delivers well at $22, which I challenge you to find, you know, some really, you know, complex and kind of buttery Chardonnay that really does that cleanly. Right. I don't think there are a whole lot of them. This might be right up your alley.
I think I could stick this in a blind tasting of California Chardonnays, and it would be, you know, right on par with most of them, maybe even above some of them. Based on
and at its price point, I think it would beat a lot of them.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, I think the price point would be, you know, $40 to $50 in California. Here we have a delicious Chardonnay for $22. That's what you're looking for. It's so
still too much oak for me. I'm not really feeling the style. Yeah, you know, the butterscotch is a little too much for me. So
it's good.
You know, so based on that, I'm going to give it 86 points. Now, that's entirely reflective of my bias. If you like oak on Chardonnay, if you like something that's richer, a little heavier, wow, the acidity's setting in, it's a lot more ripe, it's a lot more heavy.
Another one to do closer to room temperature. I think all of these actually have benefited being closer to room temperature than, like, far below.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I totally agree across the board.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to stand with 86 points. Not terribly excited about it, but that's because it's not my style.
I'm going to stand with 88 points. I like this wine. So, 86 points, and you don't like this wine? You consider 86 points as very good still. Would you go lower?
It's a decent...
Why would you go lower?
Why wouldn't I go lower? Mm-hmm. Because I think it's clean. Because there's nothing that really detracts from it, right?
Right.
It's not
has
boozy,
no flaws.
It's not disjointed.
Yeah, there's no booze.
The only thing I'm holding against it, the reason it's not 88, 89, 90 points, is it's not my style. Right?
Right.
There's not, I guess keeping it away from 90, there's nothing that excites me about it. Yeah. And what keeps it away from 88 and 89 is that it's not my style. It's a decently done wine. It's got some good things going on. Would I ever pick it out off the shelf? No, because it's not the kind of wine I like to drink. However, if you like a little more buttery, if you like a little more richness in your Chardonnay, this is just fine.
It's fantastic.
Give it a higher score, but that's not for me.
Good point. Good point. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
It's
good to explain that, I think.
So the question of the day, we could just chop from the end of the last episode, or you could say...
Alright, so question of the day. We originally had a different question of the day, but since we've got a good range of Chardonnays, we decided to change it up, and we want to ask you as an audience, what sort of Chardonnays do you like? Do you like more of the oaky style, or do you like more of the austere, unoaked style? There's a lot of Chardonnays out there right now. It's a big conflict between, you know, like a few years ago, the oak was really in vogue. Right now, you hear a lot of people talking like, oh, you know, we don't do the oak anymore. That's kind of in the past.
Right.
They're like, we do everything stainless steel, or we do everything neutral oak. We're kind of in a middle ground right now.
Right.
And we'd love to know, as an audience, what kind of Chardonnay really moves you?
I think there's a huge spectrum of like what people like in their Chardonnays, as far as like they're firmly in a camp. Oh, I'm white Burgundy and I like neutral oak and lots of acidity, or I want stainless steel with tons of fruit, or I just like a big voluptuous California Chardonnay that's gonna just show me the boobs and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Which camp are you in?
And we're in a great spot right now. You know, right? I don't care what Parker likes. I don't care what Spectator likes. I don't care what Tanzer likes. What do you like? What kind of Chardonnay puts a smile on your face? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.